enregistre, d'accord?
Caribbean Reparations and Settlement Alliance led an official government delegation from the United States Virgin Islands to the Kingdom of Denmark to open reparations talks. We were able to return, yesterday was April 11th. Yesterday was the 10th-year anniversary of us signing a very historic memorandum of understanding with the Danish Institute for Human Rights regarding reparations, regarding acknowledgement, and regarding slavery. These things are documented and we can share these things with you. And since that time, there have been many advancements made, many concessions made by organizations and the government entities in Denmark. We don't have time today to itemize all these things, and so I'll very briefly try to capsulize some of the successes. In addition to the Memorandum of Understanding that was signed some 10 years ago, we were able to return to the Virgin Islands and also enact legislation condemning the institution of slavery and making reparations and the official position of the government of the Virgin Islands. So bringing this to a close, some 10 years later, we were able to garner some very significant apologies regarding slavery from Denmark. One of them was from a very popular political party in Denmark. Another two came from ministers of parliament in Denmark, and another one also came from a member of the royal house there in Denmark. So we can share these things with you as the conference continues and as we move to close. Like I said, time does not permit for us to share all that we've accomplished over the last 10 years. But at this time, I'll bring my brief presentation to a close and look forward to dialoguing with these members and also from hearing the comments and questions that will come now from the audience. David, I want to thank you for the brief time.
Thank you very much. And everybody is here, and I know the CARICOM Reparations Commission has to look at how it engages with all of the non-CARICOM Caribbean territories. And certainly we at CPAN, we want to engage at the civil society level. Now, if we can have the comments or questions very brief to the point, because we only have about 25 minutes.
All right, blessed love, my Lord and Empress, Prince and Princess. I am Honorable Chris Israel, Secretary of Martinique National Reparation Committee. This NRC was established as a civil society organization, and I give thanks for the word of Mr. Bakers yesterday, who highlighted that civil society is the core of this movement. So, President of the Institute of the Black World, Dr. Ron Daniels, the Board of Directors of the Institute, Chairman of the CRC, Dr. Larry Bakers, Honorable Commissioners, distinguished delegates, brothers and sisters. Well, first of all, give thanks for life, health and strength, and also give thanks for the divine love and light shining from the Prophet, Marcus Garvey, the Priest King Emmanuel, and the father and mother of African independencies, Selassie I and Empress Milene of Ethiopia. As we are entering the decade for people of African descent, launched by the UN, I wish to commend the CARICOM leaders for the bold and courageous steps they have taken by deciding to pursue reparations from former European colonial states for the crimes against humanity of native genocide, the transatlantic slave trade, and the racialized system of chattel slavery. However, I stand here today to bring to your consideration some key essential points absolutely necessary to fulfill a genuine reparations process which aims at putting an end to the widening inequality gap among the world nations.
Excuse me, please. If you could just, because
make
you
it
see
short.
the light
Right.
behind you,
Yeah,
so
make
if you
it
could
short.
just come right to the point.
Right, so 5 key points, and it will be short. First, considering that the reparation process must start amongst ourselves and especially within the black family in the Caribbean. Considering that CARICOM publicly gives credit to the Rastafari nation for leading the struggle for reparations and declares its readiness to work with us, a people once persecuted and marginalized. Considering the atrocities perpetrated against the Rastafari nation from the 1920s until this day by the same CARICOM governments. We declare, and it was said in St. Vincent and Antigua, that the CARICOM relevant heads of states to gain the moral credibility to ask for reparation must issue, an official apology to the Rastafari nation to gain this moral credibility. First, my second point, a short quotation from Marcus Garvey. If we are to believe the divine injunction, we must realize that the time is coming when every man and every race must return to its own violent victory. Philosophy and Opinions, page 6. That leads me to my third point. I say that the natural right of international repatriation when it comes to minister justice to the masses is Africa for the Africans, this was at Commerce Abroad, born and unborn, China for the Chinese, India for the Indians, Europe for the Europeans, and Ayana is saying that the Western world, America and the Caribbean is for the Aztecs, the Maya, Kalinago, Garifuna, Arawaks and other Amerindians. We are talking of restitution here. My 4 points, I must go quick, right? So, this principle of international repatriation with compensation, cessation of the crimes perpetrated, restitution, and community reintegration remains of paramount importance to bring back peace on earth. My 2 last final points. Analyzing the 10-point action plan, we have noticed that CARICOM political order has been questioned in Norway. Caribbean leaders are still swearing allegiance to the Queen of England, and we say this must be rectified. CARICOM heads of states should dismiss the Queen and leave her out of the Commonwealth. Any failure to leave out of the Commonwealth will necessarily lead CARICOM to have the people back in slavery by building more roads, more schools, more hospitals, more jailhouses, more madhouses, more infrastructures with reparations funds to keep the people working out for nothing in the Western world. And my last final, point, we stress on the implication of the African Union within this process, just like Mr. Denny Glover put it yesterday, and I'm sorry that the African Union is not represented here. And as our leader, King Emmanuel, said, because I am a priest from the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress, and I give thanks, we must put, King Emmanuel said, we must put the woman in front in this struggle.
That's right.
As a sister from Cuba, yes, you see that. So I conclude, I give thanks and glorify all the freedom fighters gathered here today to fulfill the Black Tiger world, one God, one aim, one destiny. Mr. Michael said yesterday, by any means necessary, we will get reparation. So whether by earthquake, lightning, or thunder, freedom, redemption, repatriation. Blessed Lord.
Thank you.
My name is Holbert James. I'm on the board at IBW. I decided to make these 2 comments. One, we had a very powerful presentation from CARICOM representatives yesterday. One in the afternoon.